And before it gets too far into the month, hello, I am Emily. This is the newest vlog, and it's going to be all about my making. So, working on a couple test knits, as you already know, as you'll see in this video. The whole point is to bring you along as I make them and talk you through my thoughts, so I'm not just sitting talking to you. And anyway, I just want to say hi. And of course, Moonlight, my kitty, is literally right here, as always, just attacking my yarn ends on this sweater. So anyway, hello, thank you for being here, thank you for watching. I love to hear from you. Let me know a little bit about yourself. I love to knit, I love to make, and this is just my journey, sharing it with you. So thank you again for being here, for watching, and it'd be so much, it means so much when you guys like and subscribe. Okay, hello, catch up time. So this is the Lilling Cardigan. I think this is the first time I'm showing you tried on. It's a little less oversized than I thought it would be, but I'm okay with that. And so the pattern calls to knit the back, top, up, then you pick up stitches here, knit each panel down, then you're supposed to pick up for the sleeve and then seam it all up. But some other testers suggested just seaming up, then knitting in around the sleeves, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do, because I don't love like knitting and purling and seaming. So I got these buttons. I've showed them to you, I think, before. Let's just show you them. Focus. Okay, there we go. So they're all a little bit different. Not all. There are a few different like that's one texture, that's a different texture, and this is the final texture. I got 6 buttons, but I ended up only using 5. I felt like, now looking at it, I think I could have used 6, but when I originally was looking at it, I felt like 6 kind of overwhelmed it, so I just did 5. But this is where I'm at, so I really like it. I'm very pleased with it. This, I'm just going to be adding the sleeves. That should only take a night or 2 nights per sleeve. 2 nights is plenty of time. Here, let me move my hair. And here, hopefully you can see the beautiful lacy on the back. That's really like the standout. And then the front, I just thought the buttons added a little something. And then, yeah. So that's where I'm up with the Lilling Cardigan. Final thoughts time for this Lilling Cardigan. It's a test knit for Abbie Knits on Instagram. I haven't seen a Ravelry project page for it, but or a Ravelry pattern page for it, but I did make a project page on my Ravelry if you wanted to check it out. My username's EBKnits by Emily. I'm a big fan. I really like it. I love the color. I love that I chose neutral. I'm usually a really colorful girl, but I wanted to use this to go with a lot of things, so I'm super happy I did. Would I knit it again finally? I would knit it again. I don't have any immediate plans to do that because I do think it's so unique, but yeah, I think the pattern is so clear and it's turned out so beautiful. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Like, it's in the running for my favorite thing I've ever made. Like, That's how much I love this. Hello, I'm sitting at the bus stop and I just finished the second panel of my Shelley Summer top. I still have to bind off, but I want to bind off with a bigger needle, so this will be a FO coming soon once I seam it together, hopefully in the next tonight or tomorrow maybe. So, geez, it's like FO City over here. We got the cardigan and now summer top. I'm wearing a finished object. This is the Shelley Summer tank by Ricci, also known as Getting Pearly with It, and it's done. So I just wanted to come in here and share some of my final thoughts. You've seen a very brief making of this top. It's really simple, straightforward, super easy to memorize. I literally knit this 100% aside from the seaming. I knit this while I was walking back and forth to work or just on like a walk. So that's how easy it is. But it's also why it took me so long. I think I cast this on back in June. It's now the end of August. But again, I really just did like 1 or 2 repeats every walk. And eventually I got there. Hey friends, so I cast on something new and I wanted to share it with you because after my Shelley Summer tank, top, I wanted something new to work on my walk, so I cast on something different. Turned out not to be easy enough for a walking simple pattern, at least at the beginning, so I did something different. This is actually crochet, and it is the sun-soaked top by Knits and Knots. I told you I was getting into fall, but this is definitely a summer top. So I am actually just cast it on like 2 days ago, and I'm pretty far along. Hopefully finish in the next few days. So that's what I'm working on now. Hello, Emily here, and I have a brand new top. Blink and you missed it, right? This is my first ever crocheted garment. It is the sun-soaked top by Knits and Knots of Winnipeg. Her name is Janine, and like I already said, it's my first ever crochet garment. So this is not knitting today, but it's fiber related, of course, and it's a handmade top. So here goes. Oh, let me talk about that vlog. So there's not a vlog. I'm actually sitting down podcast form with you right now because I made this top in a week. I started it. I really just kind of made it at night when it was dark, and I was like, oh, I'll take a better shot when it's lighter outside. I'll take a better shot tomorrow. I'll take a better shot when I'm wearing something cuter. I'll take a better, XYZ. I kept putting it off, and then before you know it, it was done. So literally it's done already. So it was a really, really fast make, and I'm sure anyone who's more experienced in crochet will finish it even quicker because this top was just released probably 2 weeks ago. I could not get it out of my head, and I decided I have to make this. I delved into my stash, and her sample was in white, and I loved that. I was like, I wanted to go with lots of stuff for summer. My only other real thing in my stash is a maroony sport weight yarn, and I have that saved in mind for like a wintry type ranunculus, so I wanted to use this, and I had this. It is woolen cotton by KnitPicks. It's a DK weight yarn, so it's not fingering or sport. It's 50% merino wool, 50% Pima cotton. Again, by KnitPicks / We Crochet. It's the same company. It is a bare yarn. I don't even think it comes in any colors, but I really like it. I love this pattern. I love Janine's patterns in general. I've crocheted a bag before with one of her patterns. It's a puff stitch bag. I don't remember the name of it right now, but I will either insert a picture or put it on screen. And that was super clear. This is a free pattern on her blog, and it was also very clear. The measurements are there, the guideline is there. It comes in many different sizes, so I like the wide size range. And yeah, I just think she's a great pattern designer. But I love like the outcome of my crochet projects, the outcome of this top. I'm so pleased with it. Like, I don't think I can express how satisfied I am with this and that I made this. And it actually like fits. I love the straps. It's comfortable. Anyway, so yeah, I just learned a lot because it was my first crochet garment, but mainly I'm just so proud of myself that I did it and I learned that I can accomplish it. And it doesn't have to take a million years. It took me a week to do this whole whole top, even though it is cropped with no sleeves. I understand, but still happy with myself. So I didn't start something new, but I did pull something out that I had kind of put away for a while. So if you've watched this podcast for a long, long while, you'll have seen this before. I started this in March of 2021, and I actually ended up I got this far, just everything except for the sleeves. But by the time it was May, I just wasn't feeling anymore. It was getting really, really hot here, and I was wanting all the summer knits, so I put it aside. I've never done that before. I pretty consistently like to just work on something and finish it, but I feel good about putting it away, and I've just recently gotten the mojo back for cardigans, as I've been talking about. So this is the Homecoming Cardigan by Shay Johnson. KnitandCroshay is her username. I am using Malabrigo. It's my first time ever, and it's so crazy soft. It's Malabrigo Worsted in Blue Surf is the main color, and then Malabrigo Washted, which is the super wash version, in Fortalezza. So I pretty much cranked this sleeve out in about a day and a half. I just picked up in one night, knit the little sleeve cap, which was my first time ever doing that, and then got the rest of this sleeve yesterday, and I'm hoping to finish at least this sleeve today, and hopefully the second sleeve just throughout the week. And hopefully I'll have this in the next few weeks. Next week, I'm hoping can block it and bring it on my trip to Illinois, and I'm just hoping that it's chilly enough there to be able to wear and enjoy these knits. And again, it's crazy soft, so it's wonderful. Whoa. It is book intermission time! I have finished 3 books this week alone. So, now of course it got windy. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to tell you about them because why not, right? So, book number 1. I'm going to put the authors here because I just remember the names. American Sherlock is book 1. It is Sharon Says So. She has an Instagram and a podcast. Highly recommend you follow and watch both. She focuses on spreading by nonpartisan or news and really just getting the facts across. So anyway, she's had a book club this summer for the first time. I didn't join the book club, but I did read the book. It did take me a while though, like a month or more, maybe 2 months even. So it took me a while to get into it, to say the least. It's called American Sherlock. Again, I'll put the author here. So it's about E.O. Heinrich. He was like basically America's Sherlock Holmes is what they call him, and kind of the inventor of like criminal investigation and criminology and using science to help solve crimes. Some are still used to this day, some of his techniques, and some have kind of been debunked as junk science. So it's kind of a mix. At first I felt like, oh, why am I reading about all this stuff that's junk science? Like, how do I know that these people even really, what if they were wrongfully convicted? But then it became more and more interesting using bugs, and it was like watching Bones, how Hodgins was the bug guy and blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of like that. So I found that really interesting. That was a book, and it's broken down. Every chapter is a case, and he took incredibly meticulous notes. So that's how the author was able to gather all this information for the book. So that's book 1. So like I said, it took me a while to finish, but when I actually got probably a little bit more than halfway, I sped through the rest. Book 2 and 3 that's a nonfiction, obviously. These books 2 and 3 are novels, and book 2 is called The Jet Setters. It was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick, which I usually like. This one, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's like half family drama, half what you think is going to be a beach read, but then it's actually a really loud truck's about to go by. It's actually some like serious issues, and I don't know if issues is the right word, but sorry about the vehicle. Some serious things, at least, that people are dealing with, and it just seems like it's not lighthearted, and you think the book is going to be this lighthearted book, and it's kind of like a mix of, what is it? Is it family dysfunction? Is it beach read? Is it like it doesn't really, it's not very clear, so it's a little bit confusing. So I gave it 3 out of 5. I don't know, it's worth a read if you're really looking for something. And finally, I read in 2 days. I read One to Watch. It was recommended by a fellow knitter, Woods and Wool, on Instagram, and it's this plus-sized bachelorette. Goes on whatever the show is in the book, but it's, you know, basically the Bachelorette. So anyway, it was really good up until the ending. I didn't love, and some of the things, like how insecure this woman is, was a little bit disappointing, because the book is supposed to be about body positivity and having a plus-sized woman and different body types on The Bachelorette. So anyway, it was pretty good, and I did zip through it because I really want to see who she picked. And so if you like, or even, I'm not really into The Bachelorette, sometimes I follow it, but this book I was into. So it was just kind of fun, lighthearted. Probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars if I were to rate it. So that's my little book roundup. Now I am reading Last Train to Key West, and I love this author. So I only read 2 of her books, but I loved the last 2 books, so hopefully I love this one too. All right, that's my book roundup. Check it out. It's not blocked yet, so we'll see how it looks after blocking, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And oh my gosh, this is Malabrigo yarn. It's so crazy soft. So definitely be using it for future projects. The sleeves are a little bit of a bubble sleeve or balloon sleeve, but not too much. And it is pretty fitted, but we'll see what happens when blocking and just go from there. So I want to show it to you. Hello friends, so I blocked this sweater. It is done. It got a little, not like, I wouldn't say it grew, but it just got a little drapier, which is really nice. It feels a little more comfortable. Like I said before, it's crazy soft. There's the back. I don't think I've shown you a back view yet. Is that clear? Is that in focus? Hopefully. Yeah, so, all right. I just wanted to show you. The only thing I'm a little unsure about, the sleeves, they grew in length. And I loved the way they looked before, and now the bubble or balloon is just kind of, you know, sliding over that cuff. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Long sleeves are kind of nice sometimes when you're really trying to be cozy, but it just looks kind of floppy instead of so cute. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll take that back. Don't know yet. To be determined. And the finished object video for this will be coming in several weeks, because I want to get the FL pictures when I am in Illinois. So that's a little why my hair is crazy. Need to wash it. Sorry. So anyway, FL pictures, and whatever I decide to do with this cuff will be coming in the FL video in a few weeks. So here's the homecoming cardie. Okay, so today is September 14th, so before I edit this and get it up online, I wanted to show you a progress on my whips. And of course, Moonlight came over, so here's some cat content for you. I only have, that I can think of, unless I'm totally forgetting something, I only have 2 active whips right now that I'm really focusing on. This I haven't even shown you yet, but I did talk about it. So let's start here, because I've kind of been letting this languish. This is a brioche tank top. I have finished the increases and stuff, so now I'm literally just brioching, and that's it. I'm using cotton recycled yarn. I've talked about this before, but it's just because it's just plain brioche, so it's not like stockinette where it's super easy, but it is simple enough where you don't have to think too much, so it's like anyway, this is just kind of languishing right now. I get a few rows in here and there. So let's move over to this whip. Sorry for the camera and my holding it, and literally Moonlight being everywhere. Anyway, she just wants all the attention. And this top is the Easy Teeasy top. I don't know the designer. I'll put it in. But it's a super interesting construction. So it's like, you think it's going to be knit in the round. You cast on in the round. And then you knit this like back portion flat because the back is longer than the front. So I don't know. I'm still a little confused. I basically just decided I'm just trusting the pattern. I don't really fully know what's going on. But I've knit this entirely on my walks. So it is pretty simple. I mean, we got these for lace and the eyelets, and the rest is just stockinette so far. So that part is simple, not too bad. I did drop a stitch somewhere, so I just realized today, so I'm going to have to pick that up. But yeah, so far easy, and I like it. All right, there is some more things I wanted to show you. That's my only 2 knitting whips. So if that's it for you for the month, I totally understand. Thank you for being here. But I also have this guy. So if you watched the July-August video, I got this. I want to try and embroider for a while, so I asked for this for my beginner kit for my birthday. So my mom got me this, and I'm actually having a really, really good time. I just started it. This is like 2 days worth of work, so it's just really been focusing on this, to be honest. I'm going to do some more tonight. I really like it. I find it easy and fun, and the orange is supposed to wash off when you're done, so hopefully that will not be a stain or anything. So yeah, anyway, it's really pretty. I love flowers, so I'm excited about that. And finally, my last whip. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut some of this out because you're seeing my dirty floor. So I did some watercolor. So I like to follow Jenna Rainey. I'll put her name on screen. She has a lot of tutorials and she really likes color. This is a flower. It looks nothing like her flower, but I think it's kind of cute. It's my boyfriend's favorite of all my pieces today, or this time. These are more flowers. Her mom was a florist, so she actually knows like the names of all these flowers and all of the different parts, and I have no idea. I just go with the flow or whatever. This is my favorite because, you know, I love my reds and pinks despite my 2 green whips right there. And then these 2, they're very similar to each other. This, I don't like those big purple blobs in the middle. And this one has a purple blob, but I kind of redeemed it, I feel like. So anyway, I really like these 2. They're really similar. This one has some blue in it. The other one didn't have any blue. But they're kind of variations of this flower in a bunch of different colors, is really what it is. So, and then leaves all around. So, yeah, I've been having fun with watercolor and these different crafts. So that is it for me for the month, and I will be with you again soon. I hope you have a wonderful month. And oh, I did want to say something else. I'm going to turn on the camera. Okay, I wanted to close with a little community building of some sort and just recommend some fellow podcasters, because knitting podcasts are something I really enjoy watching, and I wanted to spread some of my favorites. So I'm big fans of Christy Glass, Grocery Girls. I feel like they're, you know, a couple of the really big ones. Knitting Traditions. She's based in Norway. She is relatively not new, probably a year now, but grew really fast. She's like, has 20,000 followers. Penrose Knits is in the UK. She's another one that's pretty new, but really grew really fast, so you might have even heard of her. Knitting Traditions is probably my top right now. Like, I also, she's probably one of my top because I really like, one of my favorite things about knitting podcasts is how it connects us from all across the world, and kind of just getting a peek in other countries. So she is a doctor in Norway. I really need to wash my hair, guys. I really need to wash my hair. Sorry. I had another one on top of my tongue. Oh, Whiskey and Wool. So she's here in the U.S. in New Jersey, and I just love, that's kind of where I got this vlog idea, because she has Knitter's Life is her series for 2021, and it's a mix of sit down along with like kind of the vlog style, talking to you as she's working on things. So I really, really loved that, and that's how I decided to try out this format. So I would definitely recommend her podcast. She's not afraid of color. She's very adventurous with color, and sometimes I'm even like, oh, I don't know, and then it turns out so amazing. It's like, I need to take more color risks. So I guess those are my couple of recommendations for today, maybe. Have a wonderful month, guys, and I will see you soon.